Hey, good morning. It's Friday morning. I think fall has fallen. It's kind of chilly out here, but at least it's not raining, so that's a good thing on the front porch. And today we're reading, what are we in, Matthew 17? Yes, 14 through 20. When they came to the crowd, a man came up to Jesus and kneeling before him said, "Lord, have mercy on my son, for he has seizures and he suffers terribly. For he often falls into the fire and often into the water. And I brought him to your disciples, and they could not heal him." And Jesus answered, "O faithless and twisted generation, how long am I to be with you? How long am I to bear with you? Bring him here to me." And Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of him, and the boy was healed instantly. Then the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, "Why could we not cast it out?" He said to them, "Because of your little faith. For truly I say to you, if you have faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." That's a little bit of a difficult passage in some ways. We in modern time might read that and say, well, this young boy had epilepsy or something. But in the ancient world, all of these things were just assumed to be demon possession, whether they were or not. And Jesus heals this boy. So there's that. The disciples couldn't do it. And that's the issue here. Why couldn't the disciples do it? And Jesus says, well, because of you don't have enough faith. And, one hesitates to contradict Jesus, but I get very wary of people who start talking about having enough faith. I remember a woman who was told once that her troubled child, if she simply had more faith, he would be healed. And she really got turned off by that, legitimately so. I've been told things like that myself sometimes, and I think that that's destructive. You either have faith or you don't. Now, sometimes your faith could be stronger or less wavering or less uncertain, so you might say, well, then you have more. Okay. But to tell somebody they don't have enough faith, I think is to turn it into a kind of an achievement-oriented thing. And we're not trying to achieve a certain level of faith. We're not trying to achieve more faith than other people or more than you, because if we do that, we're into this competition and we're into this achievement-oriented thing, and we've missed the gospel completely. Jesus calls us to believe. Now, you believe or you don't believe. The disciples, okay, yeah, they couldn't heal it for whatever reason. There's a verse that's been left out of this text, and it's left out of a lot of Bibles. What does it say? It goes on to say at the end there's something about, okay, wait a minute, what is it? I see all about it, but nobody will tell me what it is. Come on. Okay, there it was. This kind goes out, only goes out by prayer and fasting, which is thought to have been a scribal addition to the gospel based on the earliest manuscripts that we have. We don't have the actual manuscript where Matthew wrote the text, so we have to just reconstruct it as best we can from hundreds of copies. And a lot of people feel like that verse was left out because it wasn't original. Other people say, well, it's in the Bible, it's original, so, go figure. But so maybe the disciples hadn't fasted enough. I don't know what to do with this, except that it bothers me for people to tell somebody they don't have enough faith, because that just makes us all feel like we're not good enough, we're not doing it right, and all those things are wrong. So you have faith, smile and believe, trust God, and you will survive the day. See you tomorrow.